Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 78. I finally got the numbers down because I thought last episode was 78 and I was terribly wrong.
Podcast.
Yeah, big. I'm finally
Yeah.
I'm finally on a full functioning setup, so I sound good again. I sound clear. Hopefully. I hope this picks up. I mean, it says that it's picking up, so if it isn't, I'll be furious in post once again. But
Wow.
this is taking place 2 days after 4th of July. So I think right 2 days.
Yeah, it's the 6th.
So it's been it was a fun one. It was a fun 4th of July I had. Nothing like a mental breakdown to wear through the skin. It was epic. Luckily, I'm good. I'm not like that. I'm not that far into the ground, but sometimes you just need to ball up and cry a lot.
Yeah.
This is and that was one of those days. But I got a nice view of the city. It was very sweet. I went up on top of a parking garage, and I was able to see so many fireworks. Because I was basically centered between two downtown cities. So their little celebrations were going on while I was there, and it was super pretty.
That's cool.
It's very thematic, especially the music. So I was happy, ish. But
I stayed home and did nothing because my parents went to I guess like my brother's friend's house or something to the 4th. They're like, you'd probably be bored. I'm like, all right, I'll stay. So I built the Statue of Liberty. She's all orange.
So patriotic. You got her before the oxidization.
Yeah. Well, I guess after.
Or is it after? No, I thought after was when she turned
Technically after, but then they scraped off all the oxidization. I don't know.
I don't know the Statue of Liberty lore. I'm not that patriotic.
She's covered in like scaffolding and stuff, and it's got like this cool display base. It's only her head.
Is it the fucking Spider-Man one? The Lego.
Yeah.
I fucking knew it.
I got that as well as the Sandman set on Amazon. It's a lot cheaper on there, and they both came in the same day I ordered them. So
that's cool. That's really cool. Maybe I should turn myself up. That's my problem.
oof.
I should mute myself. I'll figure it out, or I'll just speak a lot louder. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of like patriotism going on, because it's funny. It's really funny that 4th of July. Because we went to this like festival thing. It wasn't a festival, but it was like this. It was free entry. Anyone could get in. They had like dirt bikes going around. They had a band. They played Shut Up and Dance. Like the very white song. It felt very American. They had wrestling there. I was really hoping the Big Boom AJ would come out and say double chocolate cookie, but it ended up being like two luchadors, and then two like they had the American flag worn all over them. Like they were just like two really American people. And I could already tell that it was like, because immediately, like, I like luchadors in general, in the overall scheme of wrestling, and I was already rooting for them, and I was like, oh wait, it's 4th of July, this is an American place, they're gonna body them. But actually, it was okay, but it was so fake, because I also got a side angle, and you could see them whiffing their punches. You could tell they were amateurs. But it was still super fun, and then we ended up just hanging in that area for a bit, walked back. When they went to a bar, and then that's when I went to the parking garage to get the view. Then we ended up getting back in the the car. We went to another bar. They went to another bar, and I just really had to go to the bathroom. So my ass decided to walk about 16 minutes to a Circle K, and I passed 2 Circle Ks. Not realizing that I was walking past them. And I went in there and I sat in the bathroom for a bit. I was just like, I can do it. I can make it back home. I ended up walking back and I was like, where the fuck am I? So I kept walking in the direction I was going. So I ended up going 5 more minutes out before I realized, oh fuck, I'm going the wrong way. So then I turn around, walk the 20 minutes back, and coincidentally, the second I get to the other parking garage we were at, I met them there. They were leaving the second I got back. I was like, holy shit. So then we went back home. My legs are tired as fuck. I was really sore the morning after, and then I had to work. That was the worst part. But all I did was sit at my desk.
Yeah.
That's how my 4th of July went.
Yeah, we're doing this too. That's so cool. The Spider-Man set's pretty neat. You get obviously all 3 of the Spider-Men that were in this scene, but what I think is really cool is that they come with the actual like heads for the actors.
Do they?
It's like you have the Garfield head, you have Tobey Maguire, you have Tom. So
that's funny. I was about to say, what was your opinion on having just 3 different Spider-Men in the same set? But if they give you different head molds, then it's a different story.
you turn my camera real quick. They're all obviously like different. Like,
well, yeah,
I
remember seeing this set.
You got the
Oh
head.
my god, that is his hair. That's him.
You got Tobey Maguire. I don't know how to feel about the hair for him. Maybe the face print too.
I think his hair should have been darker, but the face print is off. That is not his face.
I've got I'm thinking this.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's the Lego. That's the original Lego game hairstyle that they give him. Or like Spider-Man in general, they give Peter Parker that hairstyle.
Yeah.
It's just the color.
I'm pretty sure the head they use for him is like a Han Solo head or something.
That's what it looks like.
So the eyebrows are a little too
he's a little too
light brown, but it's like the hair looks a lot better like that. And you get Ned.
Goat.
You get that hat woman. The one who wears a hat or whatever, I forgot her name.
MJ?
Yeah, well, but she's got that
Zendaya! Oh, the hat!
And then you get Doc Ock. At first I hated these arms. I didn't like how they looked, but they're not bad builds.
I'm gonna be as completely honest. That is every single Doc Ock arms. Every single
It's gonna sound crazy, but okay.
Except for that one. That was way cooler, I'm gonna be honest.
That's because I made these myself. For the most part, they're based off of the ones in the train set, because they're making a set based off the train scene from Spider-Man 2. So
that's cool. Oh.
I got the Green Goblin's armor, but I put the head on a different body. So I got Sandman without his lower half, because you fit him into there. Watch this. There we go. It kind of fits. That's so cool. It's not fitting.
Yeah, I had the original Doc Ock Lego, like, you know, the old ones where he has this like fucking bowl cut.
Yeah.
I had that Lego, and he had those exact arms.
Yeah,
if it ain't broke,
they're not bad in hand, but it's like, I don't know. They look short too.
Yeah, they look way. I think mine may have been one length longer.
Yeah. I got the lizard. I really wish they used the Demogorgon legs for him because that would have made way more sense. The printing's good though. The tail is good. It's just, I don't know. I got Jamie Foxx. I think it's funny they use the Mind Stone for this. Like keep the lightning bolt in place or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, you can do stuff.
So
Um,
I really like how they redid his Electro design because I like that they gave him the mask. Like not that they could have given him the full ass outfit, and I thought that would have been a little goofy. But like the giving him the Electro mask over the eyes was, I think that was the best they could have done with what they had before. Because it was either that or make them all blue again.
yeah. I kind of wonder, like, okay, considering they based that Electro off of Ultimate Electro, what does Ultimate, like, Lizard look like then? I don't know. Oh, and then I've got the Rhino. You'll never guess who's inside.
Is it Ben Shapiro?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I love this minifigure so much. He's so stupid looking. What else do I have all over this table? I got other
Ben Shapiro Lego.
I got other Spider-Man with way too much detailing.
I can see you. This is base design.
I got Black Spider-Man.
Okay.
I got comic book Spider-Man, and I got Black Spider-Man. Hold on, my dad just texted me.
Description on the two Black Spider-Men. Interesting. Spider-Man! Hyphen! I see you got we'll make a great team right there. I heard that their verse got canceled entirely. It's a Vulture.
Yeah.
The Vulture Lego.
Vulture's just dead.
I saw a meme that was like, it was like Vulture in the fucking Sony Marvel universe, and it was like realizing that he's trapped there forever. I think it was the Wreck-It Ralph scene where Penelope.
Yeah. It's funny though. It's funny because I've got.
That's a team right there.
And I do have two.
Ironically,
him.
Venom should have been there. Yeah, like.
And oh.
No.
Shyamalan, and I do have a Venom. I mean, everybody's got a Venom. Oh.
Everyone's got a Venom. Every single person in the world has just a
everyone.
Venom on hand.
This black suit's funny, by the way, because you'll never guess whose head this is.
It's
not.
Is that Miles? Oh
Magneto.
My god, that's Magneto? What?
Yeah.
Why does first of all, why does he have that on the back of his head? Second of all, the surprise of you turning around and me seeing an old ass man. What?
It comes from the do you know those like little like you'd get like they'd have the short legs and they'd be like in the little cars and they'd have like goofy expressions, the Mighty Micros.
Oh.
That's where that's from. And I guess they did the black eyes to reference. I don't really know what they were referencing, I'll be honest. Well, no, I think I do. I think it's some Iron Man show. It's Armored Adventures. Yeah, okay, wow, he looks horrible in that. What in the MCU? But it kind of references, I guess, just like, his eyes are black sometimes.
With the deuce.
Yeah, oh, I got one other Spider-Man. I got, Homecoming Spider-Man. I've got another one of these. I got two of them.
Spider-Man.
No, I've got three of them. Yeah, I got this dude. he can go on his glider right back here. I love this little glider build, by the way, because
It's a Fortnite.
I got the Green Goblin from Fortnite. Yeah, you can say stuff like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill your girlfriend, Spider-Man. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do a thing." Green Goblin's a millennial.
You're a great kisser, Spider-Man. You're a great kisser, Spider-Man, but you're also Spider-Man.
Then I've got my Iron Man Hall of Armor. Look at that, it can turn.
The Iron Man fidget spinner.
Yeah. And he's got like.
He had no
I use
reason
this.
to keep like half the suits that his old suits. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, that's because he blew them all up. So, there's a lot of reasons he like made all those too. He's like PTSD from New York. I like my little modification of this dude. I gave him the Mandalorian's arms. He goes there. I've got these big things. I think they are for this one. I've got the green one. The green one costs a lot, I'm pretty sure. But I got it on Amazon in a set with Red Hitler. I've got Ultimate Iron Man, but barely.
So ultimate about it.
Probably
lack of legs.
Yeah. Maybe he's like Ultimate Hank Pym. Evil. Like, oh yeah, there's like little portals that came in this set too. I think those are neat.
Those are nice. That's portals.
Yeah. You can like put the lizard on this one. You can you can't really put anything on this one, but it can look cool. This one's for Aura. And it's got the little cube thing too. This whole thing had stickers, by the way. It's all stickers. Honestly, stickers aren't that bad if you use a brick separator. I got a teal one in the set. But yeah, if you just like put the sticker onto the brick separator, it's much easier to apply.
The brick separator. My Lego collection consists of a Fortnite battle bus and Lego Mario, and I guess a couple old, like Star Wars. It's like one battleship. I think it's not a battleship. It's a ship that
Oh, the sand speeder thing.
Yeah.
The thing is so weird. Why'd they make that?
Oh yeah, and then I have Knuckles.
That's right.
That's
My collections are a little big though.
Every time I look up though, I get the Grimace egg from Minecraft. Yeah,
I got.
I think that's Lego and it's not.
2005 Anakin. 2000 something Luke. Old Vader. And R2. Wow, that's not his name. I got Daisy. I got Super Battle Droid. He's the old one that cracks easily. I got the Boba Fett Starship. That's what it's always been called. Got Full Art Cinderace V. It's really hurting my arm. I got 2 amiibos. I found that one at a Zia's Records. Isn't that so cool?
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember my good old Smash phase when I got all the DLC amiibos. They're still sitting on my desk. I think the only ones I have, like, I need to reorganize my desk. It's on my to-do list. But I have the only ones I have propped up really are Steve and Alex, because I just thought it would be funny to put them like on display next to me. So they're next to the lava lamp, but all the other ones are just kind of in a pile on the other side of the desk, next to my monkey bomb. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Noah.
Summon.
Noah. Yeah. What? You need to take stuff out to recycle. You need to take stuff out to recycle.
I think he needs to take stuff
I
out to
did it.
recycle.
That kid needs to take stuff out to recycle, I think. Personally. Oh, I forgot. I'm working on a little task. I think I sent that picture that I got at that Ace Hardware of them selling a 2016 UCS Death Star for $1,645. That's a lot of money.
I saw that. You post that or
Yeah.
shit about that.
I got a better picture of it when I went, like I actually went in there, but, huh? Okay. Yeah, I think they're charging a little too much for that. Like, well, it's $100 cheaper than Amazon. It's like, wow. I could probably get the whole thing on Bricklink for around its original retail value. Because I've got 9 of them, I'd say 8 of the minifigures, and 4-ish builds. I mean, I don't know if a mouse droid is really a build, but I've got one of those. So I got this bag of parts from Goodwill once, and inside it had a lot of the stuff from the set. It had this black droid dude, the mini tie advance, he's black droid dude. He says his iconic line, "I'm black droid dude. What's up?" Oh no, I'm George Lucas. Yeah, it's got the laser with all of the like green bits on it too. So, and then I've got also this other thing that has that little like missile functionality where you press down and it shoots the missile. But yeah, I'm planning on figuring out what parts I do have, like taking these builds apart, and then on Bricklink I'm going to remove those parts from an order, and then I want to figure out how much an order would cost. I don't expect it to be very cheap. I don't expect it to be too expensive. So, in terms of minifigures,
no, you're good.
In terms of minifigures, I've got an R2D2, Farm Boy Luke, 2 Stormtroopers, the droid, old Ben, Darth Vader, and Palpatine. So,
my collection is diverse. My like overlooming Funko Pop collection that I used to have has always been bewildering to me that I've had this for so long. Because I've had some Funko, like I used to like have a shit ton of Funko Pops, but not for the reason you'd think. I wasn't like overly obsessed over them. I just thought like, oh, that's cool. They have a character of like fucking what's an old Funko Pop that I have? I don't know. I would basically say that I was interested in a character, and it was like neat that they had a Funko Pop, and my entire family took that as, see, like Funko Pops. That's all we're gonna get you for the next like 17 Christmases.
wow.
I was like, okay, cool.
They have been Funko Pops when you were 2? Wow.
So,
heartwarming. My heart's warmed.
I've just always kept. I try to keep. I don't like over fixate on the lame ones now, because like you can make a character on like obscure character from The Big Bang Theory, Funko Pop 365. And I'm not gonna give that much of a shit, but like the cool ones that actually have effort. Because I have this one Midoriya one, and he's using Blackwood, and it's like just surrounding the whole body, and he's like floating, and that one actually looks cool. And then there's other one, like I have a Kratos where the Blades of Chaos are fucking out and everything. But like I try not to, like I have a Fortnite llama, but that's kind of like the extent. If I could see over my monitor, maybe I could see the rest of it.
Yeah.
I just like
They should have made Minecraft movie Funko Pops. So those would have gone viral.
I'm surprised they didn't.
Yeah.
Funko's been off their game recently. I think like they obviously get the big names out, but like they're probably gonna do like a Superman one. I think they have a Fantastic Four one too.
Yeah.
Speaking of those movies, I'm super excited to watch both.
Oh God, yeah. Dude, Superman comes out this Friday.
Does. Sad.
God, I've got a lot of faith in James Gunn and the movie itself too. I think it's gonna be really good.
I'm just excited to see an actual accurately portrayed Superman for the first time in movies.
Yeah.
So
You saying you didn't like Superman Returns?
I didn't mind it, but for like a
James Marsden.
that wasn't bad, to be fair. I don't know. I've always been like with Superman media. It's always been portrayed around the story of Superman, less of the character, or the power of Superman, less of the character. And I feel like this is a good time. Like, honestly, same with that. Like that Superman Returns is that like they're now kind of pushing into like a character-wise thing. They're finally focusing on the character, less of the. Because he's had these superpowers for like 100 years. I'll be honest. Superman's been around for like 80 years.
About that.
So, like, we know what he can do with his powers. I've seen this man throw planets.
Yeah.
And obviously, you can make a billion stories off of a Superman like that. This is one thing I really enjoyed about the original Justice League cartoon and Justice League Unlimited is that it really delved into not just Superman, but like the entire league as a whole. Each character got their own special like recognition, understanding of what they really were on a fundamental scale, like who they were deep down. I really like the Booster Gold episode because Booster Gold is one of those tragic characters that I really enjoy because he's treated as a joke every single scenario. Nobody takes him seriously because of his fuck up. And he lives with that regret, but he still smiles through it. Yeah, he jokes through it. Yeah, he lost his gay lover, Blue Beetle, but like
what?
So this is something I don't know if you know. The original Blue Beetle, not Jaime, the original one, he died, and then the Scarab went over to Jaime. But him and Booster Gold were literally best friends because they understood each other on a fundamental scale. So like he's such a tragic character. Same with Plastic Man. I love Plastic Man's story because he was a renewed criminal. He redeemed himself. He gets his second chance, and he takes it with stride. But Booster Gold never gets the chance to take it because every time he does something, he doesn't get the recognition. And yeah, he's all about the recognition. He literally has like he tries so hard to make himself seem so like famous, iconic. But deep down, he is trying his best, but he also appreciates the recognition. He's lonely. That's his whole thing. And I mean, he's coming from the future where everything falls apart. So I just love Booster Gold's story. I love his little like his character.
Yeah.
But like when they finally focus on character, you get to the fun. Like you understand their emotions. because not everyone's gonna be hardened in the moment. Like I said, like, oh my god, when DC, see, like, Marvel can take movies all they want. They have the old movie, like, they have the Avengers, they have all the other, older movies. Their newer movies may not be as good. Like, Thunderbolts is really good, though. But their live-action movies have always, like, been up to par, where DC has always fallen short on the live-action. But in my opinion, I believe, like, Marvel has some good animated shows, but DC takes the cake like 1,000 times. DC's animated content is a billion times better because of their portrayal of an understanding of the characters. So,
yeah.
And that, like, I've seen, what's it? The fuck was it? It wasn't the Suicide Squad. Was it Suicide Squad? The animated one? It was Suicide Squad, right? They made a separate squad. God, what the fuck was it called?
Oh, I know what you're talking. Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos. James Gunn directed that. And that's why I have faith in what I'm seeing. Because of the way, like, that's why. So, the original Suicide Squad was not good. I'll be honest. At least on portrayal of, like, how they portrayed the characters. Literally.
You're talking, like the
first one. Not the Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad. Yeah. Jared Leto, like, Will Smith, all that shit. That one wasn't as good because they didn't portray the characters accurately. And I'm not saying full comic accuracy. You're free to have whatever, like, push you want, but it's also like from a story perspective, Jared Leto's Joker was not that bad. Okay, I'll be honest. From a story perspective, on a character portrayal perspective, though, no. Though he is motherfucking insane, that dude. The method acting was probably my favorite. Yeah, the method acting thing was my favorite thing to hear about it. It's obviously an awful thing to do, but, like, hearing about it and seeing, like, he mailed dead rats to the other crew. That's so fucked up, but I guess it's a little Joker-ish, but not exactly how the Joker should be. Joker, like, a good portrayal of Joker, I would say, was Heath Ledger. He was one of the best Jokers because of how it contrasted. Like, it was very good. That's why I believe The Dark Knight gets so much praise for how it is as a movie. And I can go on a $1,000 rant on every single Batman's portrayal on how they're accurate, but it's just like that original one. The characters didn't bounce off of each other. They didn't there wasn't flow. It wasn't a squad. Where I really enjoyed the Suicide Squad because of the portrayals in the end were really good. The character portrayals were good in general. Like, it was amazing, and that's why, like, I really enjoy the concept of Suicide Squad, and that's why I'm glad it got a new second film.
Yeah.
With everything kind of redone for it, because that portrayed it so much better. Because they're all mentally insane, but it's not that kind of insane. They're not that, like, evil crazy. I mean, yeah, some of them may be, but, like, it just, on a scale, like, they all have reasons they want to live.
Right.
It wasn't, oh, we're just gonna do this because we have to.
We're crazy because we feel like it.
We're crazy. It's literally because we're crazy because of what's happened to us. That's why I really like Harley Quinn as a character. And that's why, like, a lot of people don't like how she's developed as a character. I really enjoy how it's portrayed, how she develops, because that is something so powerful to pull out of someone. Because imagine, like, you saw how long it took for Tim Drake to get out of the control of Joker, and it still came back to him in Batman Beyond. He still got fucking looped back in the second that motherfucker's name was mentioned. So to be in that situation, and for her to finally grow and develop out of that, is really cool. And I think the Suicide Squad was a middle portrayal of that. Her still getting over it, but being able to function, because she's always been able to function on her own, but to finally be able to function on her own. That's how I really like DC. DC has always been more character, less of story. And the story may fall short sometimes, but the characters have always redeemed it. and that's why I enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like the live action one so much, because it feels like there's less. They work with a baseline. They work with what they perceive the characters as, and not what the characters are.
Mm.
And that's like, I didn't mind, and I'll say it straight. I didn't mind Zack Snyder's Justice League. I didn't mind it. It wasn't awful. It was very nice to see how the characters built from their predicaments. But
Yeah.
to blindside the overall characters of everyone was what threw it off. Because it felt like it felt like a rewriting of some of the characters. And in portrayal to what they were. Like, Cyborg is one of my favorite characters in Zack Snyder's Justice League because of how he's portrayed as, like, he doesn't want to be this. He wanted to live his normal life. And due to his father's shortcomings and accidents, he paid the price. And it's more building that relationship of building it back up. His father's trying to make up for his mistakes. And I really like Cyborg as a character in it. Cyborg was probably one of my favorite Zack Snyder characters.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the other Justice League members aren't portrayed as well. Like
Kal-El, no.
Kal-El, no. That big three is honestly a big, like, thing to look at. Wonder Woman isn't written as an Amazonian. I feel like I feel like they just skipped over her entire, like, character. Basically, they skipped over everything that she developed from. Because as an Amazonian, she obviously, like, she doesn't like men. It's a women-only island, but, like, she grows to understand that everyone is complex. Everyone deserves that life, and that, I get, like, this could lead into so many other things, but she learns to appreciate all life. And yes, she shows that off, but they don't go off of her character. She just gets sidelined, and that's why her solo movies failed, because she had no story. She was already technically a completed character by the time Justice League came around. So she was never able to develop. And I guess the same thing you could say for Batman. Batman was technically already developed. And Batman is always he's a difficult character to write in a solo sense. And that's why I understand why The Dark Knight gets so much praise. Because in a solo, like, and this is, I love the Batman. That movie is so good. Because it doesn't show the power side of Batman, it shows the detective side. And that's why I'm very excited for Batman too. But,
Oh, yeah.
and then Superman doesn't get anything. He
gets
dies. He gets aura.
Really?
Yeah, he's hype moments and aura. Which is cool on a perspective scale, but when it's all you got for so long, it doesn't, it gets tiring. But,
Yeah.
in a sense, and say all you want about Ezra Miller as a person, The Flash is not that bad written. He's not that badly written. Not the movie,
Yeah.
but The Flash in general, like the Zack Snyder Flash, is not awful. He has stuff to work off of, and that's, like, The Flash wasn't a awful movie. It wasn't bad. I will say this as honest as can be. It was not a bad movie when it became a Flash film. When they move past the Justice League aspect. When he gets to focus on what has troubled him in his life, and able to see a second version of yourself who's literally going through the exact same thing as you, and you can see where a younger version of you is being flawed, and having the courage to go back and fix the mistakes is nice. It's a good that was a good story. The thing at the end was kind of, I think the George Clooney cameo was kind of funny at the end, and it kind of just wraps. And if you think about it, think about it from this perspective, it wraps up that Flash's story, and that's it. You never have to go back to that.
Yeah.
They literally cannot, because that Flash is no longer in the main universe. He is in an alternate one where the only difference is that Batman is someone else.
Yeah.
So, they really can't go back to it without fixing that, and that would just make the whole movie pointless. So that is one way to wrap up a character's story.
Yeah.
So I really like it. I really like it. I have so many things I could talk about for so long. It's so good. And this all goes back to why I'm super excited for Superman, because it feels like they're focusing on more of the character and the people around him versus hype moments in aura.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the movie yet, so if the movie sucks, that'll be surprising to me.
Yeah, no.
But
I would be really confused if it's bad, but I've heard from like pre-screenings or whatever that it's good. So
something I heard they removed from the movie, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this, is that Crypto got punched in the face, and they removed it. And
that's right. Yeah, it's like Ultraman.
I do not think they should have done that. And this is so funny because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure portrays this like, the literal wording is, you can tell a character's evil by the way they treat animals. If a motherfucker's gonna punch a dog, he is evil. That's it. No questions asked. So when you make a character, and Crypto is a super dog, that motherfucker can take hits. That's the point. So to remove a scene portraying a character as evil, that doesn't sit right at the end for me. I believe there should have been more. I think they should have kept that and have Crypto have fights of his own against actual villains. Because Crypto is a character as well.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
So, I heard myself.
Well, from the trailer, obviously, you can tell he's gonna fight with Superman, but
I feel like if I'm deep down, if I'm a villain and I'm getting jumped by Superman and his fucking dog, I'm gonna have to fight both. The dog's gonna have to get out of the way.
Right.
So, I just don't think it was like it surprised audiences. They gasped audibly, and I think if you can make an audience gasp, feel emotion out loud, that is a huge like that's a good thing. No matter how dramatic it is. Obviously, some things are unnecessary. Like, horror movies have always been either like shock value or story. So it's like story based off of a character. So that's why I enjoy horror movies that are well written, not shock value horror movies. So
right.
And I listen.
That's scary movie.
I don't mind a shock value every now and then. I don't mind a little. Oh my goodness, that man just got beheaded. But in all scale, that's why older horror movies have always been good, because they focus on a killer, on their story and why they were doing this, and then it goes into the shock value. That's why I think the later Halloween movies, and prefer notably the trilogy, like the reboot, like not the reboot, but the trilogy, the current one, it goes off of, it takes the story of Michael Myers and doesn't like they take it and they've run with it for so long. He has always been the incarnation of evil, but there's something just like off about the newer ones. Of course, I love Halloween though. I love horror movies. That's another thing. I love horror movies so much.
Yeah.
But to see it not being taken away, to see not the face value of the character, like to take the face value of the character, and that's what you run with, and not delve a little deeper. And that's why I'll always appreciate directors and writers who take the time to just envelop that. And that's why I love actors who do that too. And it's always, I don't praise actors as much as I normally do, but actors who take it, they read into their character, they understand them. And that's why I can respect the method acting scale. And that's why we go back to Jared Leto. That it's funny from that perspective, but if I am a crew member, I would not want that to happen to me.
Yeah.
So it's like
You don't want rat corpses.
yeah, you have to exactly. You have to see both sides. Yeah. I love rat corpses. I pin them up on my wall.
Wow.
Thank you,
I'm
Jared Leto.
inspired.
Thank you, Jared Leto, for sending me 15 rat corpses and 7 used condoms.
God, I forgot he did that too.
Now that's just not. That's just gross.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
gross.
vile.
Um, hot take, but I think sending people use condoms is bad. Kind of weird.
Controversial take. But that's what I take from media. Media makes me smart.
I think it's gonna be interesting in Superman is like that Hammer of Boravia character. I don't know if you've heard about them.
Kind of. Like I said, when a movie is coming out, I do tend to avoid trailers and spoilers. Spoilers, quotation marks. If I'm going to watch it.
Your mic?
Huh?
I think your mic was off.
Is it? Hello?
Was.
Oh, what?
I can hear you now.
It probably just blanked for a second because you heard me that whole time, so probably just space for a
Yeah.
second, or I was a little quiet. But I tried to avoid trailers and spoilers. Like I'll watch the first trailer, and if a trailer is shown to me, I'm not gonna not look at it.
Right.
But I don't let trailers perceive the way I see a movie, especially if I'm going to watch it. Because I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it no matter what. If it's bad, then I laugh at how bad it was. If it's good, then I am in awe of how good it was. I can really never have a bad time at the movies unless I'm having a bad time personally.
Right.
So, but continue. I have not seen much about the character.
Yeah. Apparently they're original character for the movie, so I don't know really what's going to be done with them. And I know people are like, there's a lot of different people that could be under the armor. So like that armored character with the laser vision. So.
Oh. I think I know what you're talking about. Like I said, I would need to refresh my mind, but I see. I think that is a okay thing to do. If you do an original character that you can just do, it works. I think that it's fine. Like I said, I'd have to see it. I'd have to see the movie in order to compare.
Right. You know, my thought with the Hammer is that it's like basically like, well, I think there's going to be someone who is not like, I guess, an original character under the armor. Like, my thought is it's Kara. But
see, that's the rockiest point. It's when you bring an original character as someone else. It's a rocky field. You just you literally just have to see how it's written. You have to see it. That's all it is. You have to see it and then make an assessment. If it's either good for the character or bad for the character.
Yeah.
So that's rocky territory to go down.
I think either Kara or maybe even Bizarro. But
you know I love I love a good Bizarro trope.
Yes.
Yes.
Latest food been done for a little bit and you're still in the shower.
Oh yeah, it's. I'm still gonna.
The interruption.
My mom eats frogs.
Frogs?
Yeah, she eats frogs. She told me just now.
Really, frog? You know what? I've never had frog legs. I would love. It's not something I would love to go out of my way, but if I had the opportunity, I would try frog.
Yeah.
Would I enjoy it to the fullest? Probably not. I think frog going to be one of the few things I won't enjoy. But I could be wrong. I heard it tastes like chicken, but I also heard that most things taste like chicken. So
Yeah.
don't worry, I've marked my I have marks.
Mark, like, read my books.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack.
Crack.
But yeah, I really, I'm a media connoisseur. If it is.
Are you a media watcher? Do you watch media by your favorite creators?
I am. I'm a MEDIA-JAK. Whatever that means.
Me, as a multi-fandom consumer, I don't know.
It's funny. Looks like another Soy Jack episode.
Well, she else in the Dubai chocolate and Labubu fandom?
I have no clue what that means.
Who else in the Benzoid and Kleber Glaber fandom?
Gooba Gabba. Gabagool. But you got any more? You got anything else to talk about?
Oh, it's really off topic, but I don't think that matters.
Yeah, because it's at that or we end it here. But yeah.
Yes. It's just like this, like, I guess, weird thing I've noticed, with, like, just Pokemon lately. I feel like they're trying to turn the Gen 8 starters into the next Kanto starters or something. Which kind of sounds insane.
Which one's Gen 8 again? Is that Aloha?
That's Gen 7. Gen 8 is Galar.
Oh, okay. I mean, they gotta. I mean, from your perspective, they have to be like some of the more recognizable starters.
Yeah.
Of the recent generation. Out of all three in comparison, compared to I guess the next one, you recognize way more of the Galar starters than the other ones.
But like, I mean, I don't think at the start of a generation they've given too much, like, I guess, attention to the previous gen starters, with the exception of Gen 2, because I mean, duh. But when oh god, I got Trisket in my
Ow!
nose.
I just fucking head bumped my mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, at the beginning of Gen 9, when Scarlet and Violet came out, there was a 6-star raid for Cinderace with the mightiest mark. And when home support came out too, among the like Pokemon you could transfer in, the Gen 8 starters were part of that. As well as the Gen 6 starters, but I mean, I guess that's kind of subtle foreshadowing for ZA, but I mean, yeah, they've been transferable since the start of Scarlet and Violet, and they also had 6-star raids early on. Come to think of it, so does Decidueye, and Decidueye's kind of a Gen 8 starter. Barely.
Sure.
On the TCG, they are the only group of starters to have any ordinary cards currently. We almost got that with Black Bolt and White Flare, and they said, well, what if we gave Superior an EX for no reason? And they did. And I said, grrr, that makes me mad. But, yeah, currently, they're the only group with any ordinary cards that aren't like an EX or rule box. like the full set of them. And in fact, the next set coming out is the one that's giving Cinderace and Inteleon ordinary cards. Inteleon's also getting an illustration rare in that set. Cinderace was also one of the few Pokemon to get a Stellar Terra EX in Stellar Crown, and it was in fact on the pack art. So, and then on top of all of that, apparently there's stuff that's been leaked about Gen 10's battle gimmick.
Gen 10.
Yeah,
Gen 10.
and it's called like Apotheosis or something. You pray to make your Pokemon stronger. I don't know how true it is.
you,
Yeah.
you pray to God. You bring your Christianity out. You're like, Arceus, please make them stronger. That's so dumb.
Yeah. But I think it's like if your Pokemon's holding an item, it can become an apostle and get a form change. So, and all those Pokemon they're considering, obviously they're considering the Kanto starters. That same group of consideration is the Galar starters. Well, it's going to be really weird. Oh, cool.
They're famous.
And also Incineroar.
Huh?
They're considering just Incineroar, but not the other two.
It's so weird. I really don't enjoy how they always like slice up. Like they'll pick you specifically from this generation. You're paired with the other ones.
Yeah.
That's
like I was content with how they did the starters in Legends Arceus, because it's like a different starter from these different generations, right? They're all from a different generation. Now with ZA, things are getting a little weird. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but these ZA starters are getting Mega Evolutions. Emboar, Meganium, and Alligator.
That's cool.
Well, it does mean though that the other starters from their group are left out. And like I've seen people be like, well, Typhlosion's got its Hisuian form. It's like, yeah, well, Hisuian form doesn't have 100 like new stats to work with.
I think
100 stat points.
I think every starter should get a form. Like
yeah.
Not just the form original, but like every single form that has been developed. Because I think Game Freak is lazy with a lot of their product.
I'd say that depends personally. I think a lot of it is time crunch, especially when you look back at Gen 6 and how much was cut.
I'm also not that versed into the Pokemon world.
Fair.
So I don't know like the exacts, but that can also be blamed on that. I much rather have people take their time with games than rush them. And that pisses me off that it's so normalized that people rush their games over developing something of higher quality. And that's why I'm very excited for GTA 6, because that game got delayed for a whole extra year. They get a whole extra year of work. That's good. This game is going to be really fucking good. I'm actually super excited for the future of gaming, because yes, we're in like a more of a dead zone, but when we finally get the bigger developers, like Nintendo's gonna drop. I feel like Nintendo is going to drop a lot of bigger games coming up soon. I'm sensing a new Mario game. I'm sensing a new, because they obviously have Metroid Prime 4. That one's already coming out, and they've taken years for that game. But like I can sense Nintendo's got some big shit brewing. But like everything else has been too under noticed for me to note. That's why I need big things to happen soon. Not soon, but like in the coming years. I got a feeling the Game Awards is gonna be boring as fuck this year.
Yeah.
That's why I hope, like, they gotta have some good game announcements, or I'm going to be snoozing the whole way through. But we'll see.
I think Gen 10's going to be really good, whatever that ends up being called. Because it got delayed.
But
ZA was supposed to come out last year.
honestly, when I hear a game gets delayed, I always say that's good. I'll never be mad that a game gets delayed. People get so upset when games get delayed. A smile goes on my face and I'm like, oh, so they're putting more time into this. Okay. It makes me more excited for the future. I get more excited for the game to come out the more it gets delayed. Yes, some games get delayed for so long that I start to lose interest. That's what happened with Metroid Prime, I'll be completely honest. But now that I've seen gameplay, I'm like, okay, this is really cool. I'll probably still pick it up. So I need my Switch too.
Real.
But do I wait till Christmas and just ask someone to get it for me?
That's honestly what I'm doing. I'm going to wait until Christmas and attempt to make another deal with my dad. Say, hey.
I'll go split-seas with them, honestly. I will go split-seas with someone to get a Switch too. Because I have friends that have Switch 2s now, and they're like, this thing is awesome. New Mario Kart's awesome. And I'm like, god damn it. I want to play Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I want to play Mario Kart World so bad. But any more statements?
The thing I was gonna say, like, a few other things about just Pokemon in general. I know, like, I don't know why they delayed ZA. I don't know if it was a technical thing. I personally think it's because Gen 10 will be coming out with the 30th anniversary. And funnily enough, it's going to be the second time they do another tropical game on an anniversary. Because apparently they're basing the region off of Greece, not in the way you think they would. They're doing the Cyclades, which are a group of islands. So, I'm thinking too about like what you were saying with like Pokemon just having access to like gimmick forms and starters. The way I see it is, I think Gens 1 to 6 should all have Mega Evolutions. Gen 7 is fine because they've got their Z crystals. Gen 8's got the G-Max forms, but Gen 9 doesn't really have anything. It's like, oh, they can terrestrialize, but literally everything else can too. So, and it's like they made terraforms a thing in the DLCs, but only for the Pokemon that are like the mascots of said DLC. It's like, why couldn't you do that with anything else? Like, even if it was just a different crown, depending on the Pokemon or whatever. Like, I don't know. I think maybe like I saw one where it was like a grassy or Sudowoodo. If you tear it into the grass types, like that would have been cool. But
yeah.
Ugh, I can't really think much else to talk about.
Oh, we are over an hour now. That's why I was like, if we start getting up our final thoughts and
Yeah.
But this is pleasant. I needed this.
Yeah.
I delayed this for a little too long. That's my bad. But I think I worked Thursday, and then it was 4th of July. Or no, I was fucking... Thursday I had to do something. I was out all day. Friday was 4th of July. Saturday I had to work, and then I got super lazy and ended up napping throughout the day. And then today is Sunday. So. But yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back next week. We're probably
have a decent day.
We're probably gonna get like the next batch out by the time this is recording. Because all I'm waiting on is thumbnails.
I'm sorry.
So realistically, we'll probably just busted them, and then you'll see this is recorded by the time the other ones are getting uploaded. Realistically, So that's perspective. But we'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.
Bye.